Hi, ladies. Mallory Bonneblest here, Senior Director and Board of Directors member. I've had a lot of requests for me to do a video over my Hostess coaching system, so that's what I'm doing. So if you're watching this video and you don't need Hostess coaching, then you're on the wrong video. But if you want to stay, take a chat, take a look at it, right? So this is my system that I use. And I have used it, oh my gosh, probably I've been in business almost 7 years, and I think I've done it like 6.5 years. So I have done this system a lot in a long time, and I really, truly think it's why I have a low cancellation rate and that my party average is right around $1,000. Um, and I wasn't for sure at first. So what I did this past summer was I quit doing this. I sent out a Hostess packet, but I didn't send anything else out. And I just did phone calls and Facebook events. And my party average went from $1,000 to $300, right? Which is a big drop. And I truly think it was because I quit Hostess coaching like I normally do. So let me first of all just say that this is going to seem very overwhelming, and I understand that. Once you start doing it, though, it becomes a lot easier. And also, if you've requested information and you've given me your email, then you will also be getting an email with all of the mailers, the paperwork, so you can kind of utilize that as well. So bear with me. It will make sense. And obviously, if you have questions, you can always contact me for more help. So this is, like I said, my system. I'm a paper girl. So I don't use a technology a lot. I don't use Red Stamp. I don't have Quick Sale. I don't use any of that. I do a lot of paper, and I don't know why. People have tried to convert me to technology, and it just doesn't work out well for me. So this is my system. Take what you want, leave what you don't. It's totally up to you, but this is just what works for me. All right. So, and it's, you want to make sure you're consistent with it. So every Monday is my Hostess coaching day. So that is when I'm sending mailers, I am sending Hostess packets, I am making Hostess calls. All of that party planning goes on Monday. So it's consistent, and my hostesses come to hear from me and to know that I'm going to contact them on Monday evening. All right. Do whatever day works for you. It's totally up to you, right? So when somebody books, they all get this Hostess information sheet, and it's how I can literally pull a party folder and see their party on a snapshot. So their Hostess information is here, address, phone number, email. Everything I send them, I can check and then put a date on when I sent it. So I sent the confirmation letter to her on the 23rd. And then if I have recruit leads, party leads, they go here. Any back orders, if I have any, they go here. And then this is like my party recap. So number of orders, amount of subtotal sales, what the hostess got for free, how much I collected from everybody, if I had a helper, how much I paid them. So all of that goes on here. And at the end of the party, all the orders will go inside. And then this is how I file it. And then if someone calls me and says, hey, I was at Emily's party in June, whoop, I can pull it out and I have everyone's order. I do use the COO. I do enter in all my parties through there. I just like having this as a backup. All right. So they get this. 24 to 48 hours after they book, they get a thank you for booking letter. Right? And it just basically tells them what time the party is, when it is, and a couple things they can start doing now as far as hostess incentives that they're going to get at their party when they qualify. This right here will prevent you from getting cancellations. Or if they do cancel, they will cancel typically when they get this, which still gives you, 3 to 4 weeks to rebook that date instead of canceling like 2 days before the party. And you're like, awesome, I can't rebook that. Right? So this also means that your business, like this means like you are legit, you're serious about your pre-romance business because you send out a confirmation letter, right? So give this a shot. It really will work. And then everything I send them goes in a pink envelope. And it's just bright, it's fun, they can spot it from a mile away. When they open up their mailbox, they're like, ooh, pink envelope, it's something from Mallory, it must be important, and it is. So definitely utilize these. I get them at Hobby Lobby for like $3 for a pack of 20. I'm sure I could get them cheaper. I just seem to be at Hobby Lobby all the flipping time, so I just pick them up when I'm there. So, but they're bright and they're fun. So they get the thank you for booking letter. I sign it. There's a card in there, and they get that 24 to 48 hours after they book. Right now, 4 weeks prior to the party, they get a Hostess packet. And this is something else that if you don't do a Hostess packet, give it a try. It's going to be awesome, right? So they get these 3 pieces of paper in there. They get this party planning checklist. Now, I realize there's a lot of words on here, and they're probably not reading it all, which is fine. Your type A's, your squares, your triangles, they will read all of it. Your circles and squiggles will not. That's why I've highlighted the important parts that I want them to look at, right? Like 20 guesses our magic number. Bring a friend. More women equals more free stuff. No men, no kids. Like everything that's real, like bullet points is highlighted so it's easy for them to see, right? So they get this. At the top, I always write 20 shopping ladies, please, and then a big smiley face because it doesn't seem bossy if you put a smiley face on it, right? And then shopping ladies is a key word because you want her to invite people who are ideally going to spend money. That's the point of a party is for you to make money and then her to get free stuff. So you don't want people just coming and eating all the snacks and drinking all the beverages. You want them to shop. So 20 shopping ladies, please. Boom. They get that. They also get the Hostess Bingo. This is available on the COO. So if you're not for sure where to find it, just search Hostess Bingo and it'll pop up. And all of these squares are customizable. So you can literally fill it in with whatever you want to. So instead of an in-law, you could be like a cousin or, whatever. You can customize it to fit whatever. Fill this out. And then I also put that if she has 20 shopping guests, she gets a bonus $50. Because 20 shopping guests, I mean, that if your party average per person is $100 an order, that's like a $2,000 party. Hello, right? So extra $50 if they have 20 shopping guests. And then the last one is outside orders. So instead of sending her the order forms, which I feel are very overwhelming, there's a lot of words, there's a lot of prices, and it can be kind of daunting. I send them this, and they cost you money. So I feel like this is maybe a little bit cheaper option. You get 6 order forms per page, right? And then they can just fill in all their information. Your hostess can make copies of these. She can send them out, cut them up. They can put them in an envelope if they want it to be discreet. It's totally up to them, but this is how I do my outside order forms. And then I also put, if she collects $125 in outside orders, she gets a bonus $25, which is like double hostess credit, but that seems very confusing to put on there. So if you were to collect $125 in outside orders and get double hostess credit, that doesn't mean anything to them. So if you put a dollar amount to it, they're like, oh, solid. I need the extra $25 because I want blah, 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 right? So all 3 of those go. She also gets 2 catalogs. And this is where I will utilize older catalogs. If we have just switched over and I have a few left, then I'll pop them in Hostess packets. I'm not like crafty enough to make envelopes and bags and like swans and stuff out of them. So I use them in my Hostess packets. So she gets 2 of those. She does get a recruiting brochure, which I can't find any in my office. But she gets a recruiting brochure because your hostess is your main recruit lead, right? So that, and then she gets 30 invitations, and I totally use paper invitations, and I think they're worth it, and I think you should try it. On the back, instead of handwriting it, which you could, I used to before I could afford to spend the extra money on labels, I handwrote everything, but now I use the Avery labels. They're the Avery 8160 is the number. They're the address labels. They're 30 per sheet, so she gets 30 invitations. And I just type in Emily's Ultimate Ladies Night Out, the date, the time, the address, my website, and then I put please RSVP to Mallory for a prize, and then I put my phone number because I want the girls to RSVP to me, so then I have their phone number, so then I can send them reminders before the party, and I have their info. And if they don't come, I have their phone number, and I can text them like, hey, I missed you at Emily's party. Is there anything I can get for you? And you can enjoy blah, 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 and as a discount, right? So label all those. Like I said, handwrite them if you want to. But here's why I like these. I feel like we do intimate parties. Like we talk about intimate subjects that not everyone is comfortable talking about. So doing a blast out on Facebook and a Facebook invite is great, but not everyone is comfortable RSVPing to that or even being associated with that group on Facebook, right? So having something like this, it's a little bit more intimate. They can get it in the mail. You can hand deliver them, but I think it's something physical that women can hang on to. They can put on their fridge, they can put in their purse, they can put in their calendar, and they just have something more concrete to look at every day. Sometimes our Facebook invites get buried under 17 other notifications, and we don't always see them. Whereas this, it's like 28 cents to mail, or have your hostess put them in her purse. So if she sees somebody out on the street, she can be like, "Oh, hey, here's this. You should come." So they get 30, and then everything gets put into this little envelope, and on the back, super big and annoying, so they can see it, says over invite, huge rewards for all your work, and then 20 shopping ladies, please, big smiley face. I have horrible handwriting, so I actually have my office assistant write, because I tell her she has teacher handwriting, which is very like pretty. So she writes it for me because I wrote this and it looks like a 12-year-old did it. So but this is what I sent out. It costs, I think, maybe $2.60 to mail. Very, very worth it. And then when you call your hostess, so you're going to send this out 4 weeks out, and then the next Monday, you're going to call her and you're going to say, "Hey, did you get your hostess packet in the mail?" And she's going to be like, "Yes." And you're going to say, "Did you have a chance to go through it?" And she's either going to say yes, and you're going to go, "Great," and you're going to go from there, or she's going to be like, "No, not yet." And then you're going to say, "Awesome, let's go through it together." And you will go through page by page what it all means, the invitations, the order forms. You can really go through all of that and set your expectations then. All right. So that's your hostess packet. 3 weeks prior to the party, I send out the hostess tips. And it says, hosting a $2,000 party is easy. Just follow these simple steps. And again, I've highlighted the key points for my circles and squiggles. And then at the top, I always write 20 shopping ladies, please. Right. And then she gets another pink envelope. I do always write on the back of envelopes. I will put, "I'm so excited for your party on Friday, whatever, 13th at 7 o'clock." Because even if they don't open it right away, when they flip it over, they'll see their date right here. And then I always put 20 shopping ladies, please, at the bottom. So it's always that constant reminder, even if they don't open it, which is kind of a bummer, but they'll see those 2 points written on the envelope. So this is the 3-week mailer. 2 weeks prior to the party, I send them, call them, they will come. Reminder calls are going to increase your party sales or party attendance a ton. If she just does a personal phone call, even a personalized text message, I'm totally okay with that. But don't just blast it out on Facebook or blast out a group message. That is annoying. Talk about having that personal touch, because it lets your guests know that you're important enough for a 5-minute phone call of your hostess's time to say, "Hey, I really hope you can come to the party. I'd really love to see you." It'll make your guests feel that much more special. So they get this, and then again, 20 shopping ladies, please, and a pink envelope, right? And then the last week, 1 week prior to the party, she gets party time. And again, I know there's a lot of words, so then I've highlighted again, super key points, right? At the top, 20 shopping ladies, please. And then each little square is just like an extra little bonus. So it says, for every party you have booked, when I get to your party, you will get a $20 gift certificate to spend. So they're just little highlighted points. I know, trust me, you're looking at this like, that is too many words. My girls are not reading this. Maybe not. Maybe they're not, but it's an extra reminder about their party coming up. Again, if you have these parts highlighted, their eyes will not automatically go to that, and they'll at least read the key points, right? Like, my hostess have to make reminder calls. I appreciate parking close to your house. Like little things like that, they will see, right? So 20 shopping ladies, please, smiley face, pink envelope, right? And then that goes in the mail. So that in a nutshell is my system. I'm also going to mail out this hot mess of a sheet, which kind of breaks it all down in a paper form, so you can have that too. But here's the deal. Be consistent with it. Follow up with those phone calls every week. I call my hostesses every week, especially in the summertime when they are busy and they have a ton of things going on. Their job is not to contact you about the party. Your job is to contact them and keep them super excited. That's your job as a consultant, is to keep in contact with them. And I'll let my hostesses know, you're probably going to be a little sick and tired of hearing from me by the time your party starts, but I want to make sure that we're on the same page, we're working together as a team, and we're going to make this the best party ever. Now, when it comes to, let's say your party is 3 weeks away. And so do you shove 2 mailers together? How do you do it? Here's how I do it. And again, take what you want. I always send the hostess packet, right? The next week may be the 3-week mailer and then the 1-week mailer, right? If they're booked 2 weeks out, then I'll do the Hostess packet and then the 1-week mailer. Like only send one mailer per week. Take out whichever one you want, but you want to be consistent, because if you're consistently sending them something, it's always in the front of their mind and they won't forget and be like, oh yeah, I forgot I had that party, right? The reason I do this is I had booked a jewelry party, and the hostess sent me a hostess packet, which I got. I kind of went through, and then life happened, and I totally forgot about the party. And she never contacted me until the day before my party. And she was like, I'm so excited for your party. Are you ready? And I was like, I completely forgot about it because I haven't heard from you in a month. And I got my hostess packet, but my kids are tearing apart my house and sharpening on my wall. So I haven't had time to do anything because I haven't heard from her. Right. And so obviously I had to be that person we all hate, is I had to cancel because I was like, I don't have time to get everyone to my house and get it clean and get my kids out in 12 hours. That's not going to happen. So by being consistent, you can always keep the party in the front of their mind. So every week mailers, every week phone calls, it seems like a lot. If you have a full-time job and you have kids, I know this seems very time consuming. So my suggestion is pre-make these up ahead of time. Take an evening. If you have kids, they are more than capable of doing a tri-fold piece of paper and sticking it in an envelope. So pre-make a bunch of these, so then when you go to do them, all you have to do is pull it out and address it, and you're good to go. All right. So give it a shot. If you have questions on it, feel free to email me, find me on Facebook, and get me a message that way. But I promise you, if you try this, you're going to notice a difference in your parties. So good luck with it. I hope you have a great day. Keep doing what you love, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.